So last week we told you we were staying at Four Lakes Campground in Hastings.
Hastings.
It's about a half an hour outside of St. Augustine. It's like the perfect distance away from all the attractions that you want to go visit in St. Augustine. You're not caught up in that downtown traffic. You're not listening to the interstate. There's no train track that runs right next to the campground like every other place we stay.
No.
Beautiful park. The owners really take pride in it.
A lot of upgrades that they're still in the middle of doing.
Right, yeah.
We've got a beach area over here and a rec center that they're finishing up with extra bathrooms over there. And they've got a dog park that Lagatha absolutely loved running around in. It was big enough for her to run. It was a big deal for her. We usually run into dog parks that are tiny. So walking, lots of ability to walk around. And
yeah, really well kept place. The owners clearly take a lot of pride in it and wish them all the best of success.
Yeah, big shout out to Four Lakes. Thank you.
Yeah, and unfortunately we do have to pull out of here today. But while we're getting the camper hooked up, we found a whole bunch of cool stuff for you guys to check out in St. Augustine. So take a look at that while we're getting hooked up, and we'll see you later.
See you later.
Our truck is stock height, although it does have the 8-foot bed. It does fit in the parking garage, you know, for the most part.
You know what they say about guys with big trucks, right?
Right across from the parking garage is the visitor center, which is where we would recommend starting your day at. You can pick up pamphlets for all the attractions you want to see, get a paper map of the city so you can find your way around. So right by the parking garage, on the way to the fort, you'll see the remainder of the wall that was built to protect the city.
Provided the only access through the defense line on the north side of Spanish St. Augustine.
So if I scaled the wall, I'd be technically invading the city.
Technically, you
would. Like a Viking.
Like a Viking.
And then across the street is the Castillo de San Marcos, Fort Matanzas. It was built in 1600s because they had a whole bunch of wooden forts there from the 1500s, and they kept getting burned to the ground by pirates. And then like the late 1560s around there, an English pirate burned the fort and the whole city of St. Augustine to the ground. So then they started building out of concrete so it would last a little bit longer.
Geniuses.
And it's still there today.
Yeah.
It's not a very big fort to walk around, but it is a lot bigger than it looks from outside.
Yes. And free entry if you have your, what was it? Or we got in because we had our American National Parks Pass.
Right, our American membership card.
Yes, our American membership card. You also got in free if you were military or I want to say a senior citizen.
I believe so.
But there were a couple different ways to get discounted entry and or free entry into the fort. So that was a pretty cool thing.
Mm-hmm. And if you're going to visit more than one national park and things like that are, you know, throughout your year, sign up for that
American membership.
But if you, like the two of us use it twice, it pays for itself in a year.
For the year.
So it's definitely worth having, and like I said, you just walk up, show them the card, and you walk right in. So,
right.
Really cool fort, a lot of cannons still around.
Yeah.
Occupied by 5 different countries over the years.
And the view from the top of the fort was pretty cool to look out over the river and the bay and everything. It was really neat.
Yep, you can see the Lionsgate Bridge from the one parapet in the corner. And then when you're done at the fort, right across the street is where you can pick up the trolley that takes you around.
Total of 70 minutes from front to back. Highly recommend doing that. I want to say it was about $30 a person. If we ordered online, we got a discount, which brought it to the $30 per person.
Normally about $40 a person, but Loretta found tickets online, and then you just walk up, show them the receipt on your phone.
Right on the phone.
Yep, and they give you a little sticker to put on, and you can hop on and off the trolley all day long.
Doesn't matter how many times, it doesn't matter what stop you get picked up at or what stop you get dropped off at. You can get picked up and dropped off throughout the whole city.
Yep, and they give you a little history tour throughout the city from stop to stop to stop, so that's really cool. You learn a lot about the city.
Right, and I hope you get Pepper. That's because Pepper was a character in herself.
Very lively and a lot of fun to have as the conductor of the trolley.
What did she keep telling us?
We were on the hot tamale trolley.
Right, we were on the hot tamale trolley, and she added her own little insights and everything throughout the city, which was great because I got to be honest, we really spent a lot of time on St. George.
Yes, a lot of time walking down St. George.
But Pepper gave us the history of the rest of the town, which was fantastic because you could spend a week in Old City and still not touch everything.
Yeah.
St. George, though.
Yeah, St. George is awesome. Great pedestrian street. It's blocked off for all traffic except foot traffic.
Right.
I mean...
Bars, stores. eateries.
Like the whole city feels like 1600s Pirates meets Nashville, and then they kind of blended that and came out with something in between. Really awesome city. You could easily spend a week there.
Right.
Checking out the music scene. Like every bar had a different live band
And a different feel.
And a different feel. None of the music was set to 12 like it usually is with a bar band. It was a perfect listening level.
Yeah.
And different flavor out of every place.
Out of everything. Sangria's was great. It was like right at the corner of St. George, and I forget the other name of the road. But it the bar was upstairs, and you had an opportunity to sit out and look out and watch from the balcony. So that was really cool. Who was the other one? We were upstairs. Was
Milltop Tavern.
Milltop
Another good
Tavern.
spot to sit upstairs and watch the street traffic.
And that was a really cool little place. It was a lot bigger inside than you thought.
Oh yeah, a lot bigger.
So that was really neat.
We were trying on hats for a while in the one hat shop that we had found.
Yeah, I'm in search for a hat. So if anybody has any suggestions, we're going to the Kentucky Derby in May, and I need my bonnet.
So if you have any suggestions, if you could please let her know where to go so that I don't have to be dragged through hat shops anymore, that would be fantastic.
He's going to have that anyway.
So I know our friends back home are waiting to see the video of me scaling the wall and taking the city like a Viking. However, I tried doing something similar on a much smaller wall to get a shot for our last video that I didn't even use, and my knees reminded me that my Viking raiding party days are long over. So they have pirate tours. They even have like a pirate cruise around the city in an old galleon, which is really cool.
Yeah, you can see the ship.
Yeah.
If you walk down, I don't even know the name of the road.
It's by the Lionsgate Bridge.
Right, that you could walk down that main road there, and there was the pirate ship.
An old Spanish pirate galleon. It's awesome.
That was really neat to see.
They have ghost tours throughout the cities, and some of the old haunted stops throughout the city.
Lots of little museums. We ended up checking out the Medieval Torture Museum, and we had a ton of fun in there.
In the Medieval Torture Museum, they had a ghost hunt app that you can.
That we were able to download.
Right, you can go through the tour of the museum, and then you
bit.
can play Ghostbusters and tour the rest of the museum again. This area's clear. Let's go to the rest of the Red Room. A lot of fun in there.
Yeah, we really did. We had a lot of. We spent more time in there than I thought we were going to.
Yeah.
And again, the place was pretty decent size, but you don't realize how big it is from the street.
Tying into the pirates, there's the Shipwreck Museum in town. So I mean.
Yes.
Everything from like a treasure hunter's delight in there. They have another
there's
treasure
another
hunt
secret
there. There's also a secret. If you follow the book The Secret,
this one has not been found.
This one hasn't been found either yet. Again, get permission before you dig.
Yeah.
The 1715 fleet, you can get a lot of historical information about that at the Shipwreck Museum. Not far from there is Stogie's, which is our Uncle Mark's favorite bar, and I gotta say, we had a pretty good time there.
Stogie's was a great bar.
It's
it
a
was
cigar
a great little
bar,
bar.
inside, outside, like really cool vibe to it. So definitely check it out. They also have a bike share program in the city.
If you didn't want to take the trolley, that's an option.
Yep, you can rent the bike and drive the bikes around. They have go-kart rental. Just about any kind of motorized option thing you could think to rent, they have for rent in this city, and you can tour it all over the place. Really kind of cool and quirky, some of them.
Right. They had this little pet boutique, and I swear I really wish Lagatha would wear some clothes because I found the cutest little things in there. Probably could have spent a fortune, but it was a really cute shop to check out. What else?
Oh, Prohibition Kitchen. If you're on St. George and you're looking for a place to grab a bite to eat.
Really can't say enough about the place. It was absolutely delicious.
More than 30 beers on tap, great atmosphere, big place, like really, really good food.
Yes.
Highly recommend it.
Yeah, it was just a fun place.
Yeah, fun spot to stop.
Fun stop. If you don't want to do Prohibition Kitchen, the trolley does make stops at a bunch of different wineries and distilleries and bars throughout the town.
So you don't have to worry about getting a DUI driving around.
Right. But St. Augustine had their own winery and their own distillery locally.
The hell is going on here?
If you get back on the trolley.
Oh yeah, while you're on the trolley, heading towards those distilleries, go past them a little bit and go towards the Fountain of Youth on the trolley stops. It's going to bring you past this tree called the Old Senator.
Right.
650 years old. This tree is massive. I'm talking like giant redwoods thick. Like
right.
Massive.
And older than any other structure here in the United States at this point. And then when you're done at the Senator,
the next stop is the Fountain of Youth. Because how do you go to St. Augustine and not go to the Fountain of Youth?
You need to see the Fountain of Youth.
Right. It is a charge attraction, so it's not just like walk in when you get off the trolley. So there's a fee to get in. So look that up before you go. And
the water tastes like poop.
The water tastes like poop. Don't take a big sip.
When you're on the trolley, when you leave the Senator, on the way to the Fountain of Youth. The road that you are on is listed in the top 10 most beautiful roads by National Geographic.
Absolutely. One of those ones where the picture doesn't do it justice.
Does not do it justice. Make sure you enjoy the scenery while you're there.
Mm-hmm. And then when you're done at the fountain, take the trolley back to Old Town,
Old
center
City.
of Old Town. Walk off some of those distillery stops up and down St. George, so you don't have to worry about that. And while you're walking St. George, check every nook and cranny you can find.
The shops are everywhere.
They're literally everywhere, so make sure you're checking every little spot for what you might miss, because you can literally walk right past 10 stores because they look like they're tucked down an alleyway.
Yes.
And then we will see you guys next week.
Catch you next week.
From Ybor City.
That's right. February 2nd, 75 degrees out. Windows are open.
Happy Groundhog Day.
Oh, I totally forgot it was Groundhog Day. So do we have 6 more weeks of winter?
I don't think it matters.